Welcome to Concept with Justin, where we explore the delicate art of harmonizing nature with architecture. Today, we embark on a fragrant journey to design a front yard flower bed. Our goal is to create a sensory oasis where vibrant blooms and sweet scents dance in perfect harmony. A luminous facade, crafting a gentle yet striking first impression. Join me as we delve into this aromatic adventure, blending color, texture, and fragrance to create a landscape that both soothes and excites the senses. Our color palette will be carefully curated, create a harmonious yet striking contrast with the white building. We'll use a mix of soft pastels and bold jewel tones, creating a tapestry of color that draws the eye and complements the pristine white backdrop. The fragrance palette will be equally considered, with a blend of sweet, spicy, and fresh scents that create an ever-changing olfactory experience as you move through the space. Let's start with the approach to the building. Picture a gently curving pathway of light-colored stone, its pale hue echoing the white of the building, while its organic shape contrasts beautifully with the structure's linear architecture. Lining this path, imagine a low border of Lavandula angustifolia, or English lavender. Its silvery foliage and purple blooms create a soft, fragrant edge that guides the eye towards the entrance, while providing a constant, soothing aroma. Interspersed along the lavender border, let's add some structural elements that echo the modern aesthetic of the building. Envision a series of white obelisks. Their crisp geometry and nod to the architecture, while serving as support for climbing roses. Picture the pale pink blooms of Rosa New Dawn cascading down these structures, their delicate color and sweet fragrance softening the stark white forms. Moving away from the path, let's create a series of raised beds that add topography and interest to the landscape. These beds will be constructed from smooth white stone, their pale surfaces providing a beautiful contrast to the rich colors of our plantings. The geometric shapes of these beds, rectangles, squares, and perhaps even a few circles, will echo the clean lines of the architecture, while their contents spill over with natural abundance. Within these raised beds, let's create a tapestry of colors, textures, and scents. Imagine swathes of Salvia officinalis or garden sage, its soft gray-green leaves and purple flowers, adding a spicy note to our fragrance palette. Interspersed among the sage, picture clumps of Peonia lactiflora, Sarah Bernhard, or peony, their large, fluffy pink blooms providing a romantic counterpoint to the more structured plants around them. To add height and structure to our planting, let's incorporate some small trees and large shrubs. Picture a specimen of Magnolia grandiflora Little Gem, or dwarf southern magnolia. Its glossy evergreen leaves provide year-round structure, while its large, fragrant white flowers echo the purity of the building's facade. As we move closer to the building, let's create a transition zone that blends the flower bed with the architecture. Imagine a series of large, rectangular planters made from the same material as the building, their white forms emerging seamlessly from the facade. In these planters, picture a mix of aromatic plants that echo the clean lines of the building while adding organic form and fragrance. In the center of each planter, envision a statuesque Rosmarinus officinalis Tuscan blue, or rosemary. Upright form providing height and structure, while its needle-like leaves offer a fresh, piney scent. Surrounding the base of the rosemary, picture a carpet of Thymus serpillum, or creeping thyme. Its tiny leaves and pink flowers will create a beautiful contrast with the white planters. While releasing a wonderful aroma when brushed against. To soften the transition between the hard surfaces of the building and the softness of the flower bed, let's incorporate some climbing plants. Picture a series of sleek, white trellises mounted on the facade, providing support for Jasminum officinale, common jasmine. This elegant climber will create a living wall. its dark green leaves and star-shaped white flowers adding depth and an intoxicating evening fragrance to our design. To add a water element to our design, let's create a modern take on a traditional feature. Imagine a rectangular reflecting pool, its pale bottom echoing the color of the building, the still surface of the water. Creates a perfect mirror, the sky and surrounding flowers, adding depth and dimension to our landscape. As we think about the nighttime appearance of our flower bed, let's incorporate lighting that enhances the luminous quality of the white building while highlighting key elements of the garden. Imagine uplights grazing the white bark of birch trees. Creating a striking effect against the night sky. Picture small, recessed lights along the curved pathway, guiding the way and creating pools of warm light amid the shadows. As we continue to refine our design, let's consider the importance of year-round interest. While the white building provides a constant, bright presence, we want our flower bed to offer something compelling in every season. In spring, imagine drifts of Narcissus thalia emerging from the lawn, their nodding flowers echoing the purity of the building's facade, while their sweet scent fills the air. In summer, picture the full, lush growth of our perennials and fragrant herbs, creating a vibrant and aromatic oasis. As autumn approaches, our landscape will take on new colors and scents. Foliage of deciduous trees and shrubs will turn golden and russet, creating a warm contrast with the cool white of the building. Imagine the sweet fragrance of Osmanthus fragrans, or sweet olive, its tiny white flowers releasing a scent reminiscent of ripe apricot. Even in winter, our garden will have strong presence. The structural forms of deciduous trees and shrubs will create intricate silhouettes against the white facade, while evergreen plants maintain areas of lush green. Picture the delicate tracery of frost on the leaves of our plants. Or snow outlining the architectural forms of the planters and sculptures. As you reach the entrance to the building, you pass through a transition zone where architecture and landscape blend seamlessly. The fragrant wall of jasmine softens the white facade. While geometric planters filled with aromatic plants echo the clean lines of the building. The overall effect is one of harmony and balance. Where the bright modernity of the architecture is enhanced and grounded by the lush abundance of the fragrant landscape. Thank you for joining me on this fragrant exploration. Landscape design. If you've enjoyed this journey and want to discover more innovative concepts for harmonizing architecture and nature, please consider subscribing to Concept with Justin.